Shelbies. We are starting the vlog from a weird place in the car outside the bank because we're just getting cash for Christmas presents for Madison's nephews. The winter freeze, or the current, whatever we're calling this. I think there's actually a name for it. It's called like, nope, don't quote me. They're giving this storm a name, but the temperature was like in the high 50s this morning when we woke up. Even when we left the house just now, it was probably like still in the 50s, and now it's down to 45. And it's crazy windy outside because the cold front is coming. And I wanted to get the girls in the garage by 1 because I don't think it's good for animals to have like a very quick temperature drop. The weather app told me that it wasn't going to happen until 1, so I thought I'll let them stay outside because they're going to have to be in the garage for the next like 24 hours until I had to put them up. But now I'm like, we need to hurry up and get home because it's looking like the temperature is already plunging. Not from like 50s to freezing. That will happen in the next couple hours. Yeah, I need to get home. The wind is insane. It's windy, no? And the temperature since we left the house dropped so much.
Yeah, you do not want to be out there right now. I'm looking forward to getting cozy.
Well, we need to get home and get the girls inside. Look, the sun is coming back out though. I'm trying to portray just how crazy the wind is, but Then can I get a small hot chocolate with almond milk? We just made it home. This is one of the setups I have for the girls to come in here too. That's where like there's actually bedding and stuff where they can get in and get a little bit warmer, I'm hoping. I guess I'll close this. Well, they might not like that. I don't know. We'll see what they like. And then I also set up this area, which this is just tablecloths we had left over from the meetup we did in March. They're compostable tablecloths, and I found them as I was tidying the garage. I set up the ladder so that they could perch on it, and then if they poop, we have the tablecloths underneath. They like to do. They're prey animals, so they like to be high so they can see things. So I imagine that they will sit on that. So I put the tablecloth on that, and Madison's bench I imagine they might use too. So tablecloths on that. So that's kind of the setup I have for the girls right now. Let's bring them in. Also an update. It was 55 when we woke up. It is now 40 degrees by the time we got home. We stopped to get Madison a hot chocolate at the local place. So I changed into this because I feel like if Dougie happens to shit on me, I can wash this very easily. I wanted to see if they're outside under the heat lamp that I got them. I got a heat lamp that has a remote so that I can turn it on and off if they're under it. Let me show you where they've been hanging out. The little timer I got has this remote so I can turn it on and off if they're not using it, so it's not wasting energy. This boy thinks he wants to go outside. Let's see how that goes.
Let him loose.
Oh, they're not under there. Okay, let me show you how the heat lamp works. Hand me the remote. Oh, what the hell? Were you in the tree? Did you see her flying?
No.
I think I got it on camera. Where the fuck were you at? Anyway.
Running.
Can you see this? Because they want to go inside. They're like, let me in. We all ready? Tippy, what the? He doesn't even care that it's cold. He's fine.
What do you want me to do? I'm filming?
All right, I'll catch the easy one first. Here we go. You're so chill, Val. Okay, come on. What?
One chicken.
All right, let's get the difficult one. Oh, she's already coming in the house. She has this habit of coming in the house.
That was probably my bad. I did it once with her. Now she just... No, come on, go get her.
Well, maybe it'll be easier to catch her if she comes in here.
Oh.
She's so dramatic. All right. I'll get you guys some mealworms for being so good. No poop. A success.
Do you like being in the garage?
How's it going?
I think it's going pretty swell.
What y'all think?
They're adapting. They are off of the area here. What are they eating?
Girls, don't be eating anything.
What the fuck?
Come here, look. I have worms. I'm gonna put them in here so you can see the... She's like, do I trust you anymore? Here they go. I'm putting them in here. Okay, let's see if we like the coop. The new temporary coop. They're not having it. I should have put them in there, huh?
Yep.
All right, let's try.
Oh my god.
Nope, don't come out here. Okay, what do we think? Sorry. Okay, look for worms. They got so quiet. What do we think?
They probably think they're going to the vet.
Not in that big old thing.
How's it going?
There's wormies, girls. Look for them.
I don't think they like it too much. They're just sitting in there.
I'm gonna bring in their water in there. They love to stand by this door to look at themselves in their reflection. So they poop all right there, right by the door, and it's like you gotta step over it when you come outside. And this I rigged up very like haphazardly, so the only way to get it off, I think, is I gotta take out this metal thing. If I can. No, I can't. I've done it on accident so many times. But of course, when I need to do it on purpose, there we go. Okay, and their water. Not to get dirt. Ugh. Okay.
Okay. Noise.
Okay. How is it going? Are we okay in there? I just want you to know before I open this up and you have range to the full garage that there is a cozy place in there for you. There's bedding in there so you can get warm if it gets to be too cold even in the garage. I think I might leave it in there for a little bit longer. All right, I feel much better now that they are settled. I have heard that when weather like drops too quickly, it can cause like animals to have seizures and stuff. And my sister actually, when we were kids, had a seizure for that same reason. The temperature had dropped too quickly and she literally had a seizure right in front of me, which was traumatizing. So I'm just trying to protect the girls from that and get the poop off of my shoe. But also when I shared that I was gonna put them in the garage because the weather was getting so low, I got so many replies that were like, chickens are fully capable of living outside in freezing temperatures. Like, I mean, some of the comments or some of the DMs were like well-meaning, but many of them were just like, you're stupid just because you can't handle the cold, like your chickens can. Like, that's how it felt anyway. And two things for that. Number one, my chickens are Texas chickens, okay? Just because other chickens can withstand cold temperatures don't mean the fuck they can. And you know what? The second thing is, even if they can, I don't want them to have to, and I don't want to risk it because God forbid something happens to my geriatric chicken who is literally not even laying eggs anymore, and the temperatures drop too much and she dies, I would never forgive myself. On top of that, stupid, these chickens, like, I love them, but they're so difficult. They're so difficult compared to regular chickens. And I can only imagine how I'm gonna feel when we have kids. People will talk like this to us about our kids too. But every kid, every chicken, every pet is different. And since our chickens are rescues, we did not raise them. And they have really weird quirks. Like, for one being that Val has not been sleeping in the coop. Dougie finally made the smart decision to start sleeping in there again. I have a little ambient heater in there for them that turns on at night. But Val refuses. She refuses to sleep in there. So if I left them out here where tomorrow it is not going to get above freezing, Val would be sleeping right there on that piece of wood because that's what she's been doing. That's why that is covered in poop, because she sleeps right there. So she wouldn't even have like the protection of no wind around her. That's why I put up this tarp. That way that while it does get cold, at least hopefully this can block some wind chill from her. But also, why, as someone who decided to get pets, would I be like, oh no, I'll just leave them out there, they'll survive? Like, who wants to fucking struggle in low ass temperatures like that to survive? Not me. So in the name of being a responsible pet parent, which I feel like you should be, if you are the reason that an animal like is surviving, just take good care of them, you know what I mean? Me having to clean up a little bit of shit when I come back from Christmas is better than coming back to a dead chicken. That's just my opinion. Okay, let's check on them because I left them in here for a little while. Oh, Dougie has found some of the worms. That is good news. She's a little bit more relaxed. All right, it's been a little while now. I took my hair down because I needed to get some work done. I filmed some TikToks. And I also was digging through the garage and found my sister's old, like basically the same thing I have for the girls out there, but she had one in our old house and I knew it was in the garage, but I couldn't find the damn thing. And then Madison, she found it. Okay, listen, tell me if this is anybody else. If you have ADHD, if you have anxiety, do you get like really stressed out about looking for things? Like, it really is starting to get to me, and I feel like at every stage in my life I get a new type of anxiety or a new thing that I discover that makes me really anxious, and then I work on it, I try to get a hold on it, I do, and then another thing comes up where it just starts like really impacting my life. And I feel like every like year or so there's a new thing, and right now the thing I'm realizing really brings me a lot of anxiety is when I need to look for something. I don't know. Total side note. Let me know if anybody else who has those things experiences that. But all of that to tell you that Madison went into the garage to look for it and she found it. So we have another one, which is great. I set it up so that I can see it. And this one's actually even nicer. door, shouts out Brittany, because this one is taller. So they can definitely be in there for long periods of time and be all good. Only problem is I don't have any more bedding for them. So I'm gonna try to run to the pet store, see if I can get some of that in a minute once I'm done with work stuff. Tibby was also hanging out in it for a little bit, but it's been a little while. So I think we can let the girls out of the one that they're in right now and put this one into the garage, and hopefully they will be all good. Oh, my Christmas tree. I love that tree, you guys. It's so cute. Okay, but you gotta get past it without destroying it. It's not the most stable thing. It's not the type of decoration you save for years and put back up, you know? I'm gonna have to make it like every year probably. Girls, they're laying down. Okay, that's so good. Okay, I got another one for you. And the good thing about this is, even if I don't get some bedding for them for this one, it just gives us another area of the garage that's covered, so if they poop, you know, it doesn't get everywhere. Where should I put this one though? Maybe just, I don't want to put it right there in that walkway. I'll put it by the door for now, but I'll move it. I think I'll put it over here in this blank space for now. I'll move it later, but for now, so that it's not by the door, because I feel like that's where it's probably the coldest. I don't want them to be any colder than they have to. But for now, for the sake of covering ground that's not already covered, that should be all good. For better or for worse, I use the rest of their bedding to put into this one, so they will need more for that other one. Okay, girls, what do you think? You want to come out? Look, see, they feel so safe, they're not even coming out. Best case scenario. I'm gonna leave you guys in here with them though. Maybe if I walk away, they'll come out. But you have the choice to come out now if you choose, okay? Madison said that when we got home from the bank, I was too distracted trying to show you guys what I had set up in there for them, but she came inside and she said that Tippy was just wailing. Like, you know, he does that sometimes when we come home from being gone for a long time, like 1 week, but we had only been gone for like maybe 20 minutes. And I was like, well, maybe it's because they can sense the weather changing. Oh, and the squirrel is outside jumping around. I'm so worried about all of the animals. He found something. What is that? A mushroom? Can you see him? He's eating on something. Anyway, you know they say animals can sense stuff like that, and so I was wondering, like right as we were gone is when the weather was changing a lot, and if Tippy could sense that, and when we got back he was like, hey, like this is happening. And I almost wonder if that's also why the girls are staying snuggled up in there, because they're realizing like, oh shit, something's happening. Regardless, last year when the freeze happened and there was like nothing for animals to eat, he is gnawing on whatever that is. I'm glad he found it, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a mushroom. Do squirrels eat mushrooms?
They say yes. Squirrels have no problem eating wild mushrooms of the store-bought variety.
So many side tangents, I'm sorry. But last year, when it froze, after the snow started to melt, the birds came out, and I remember my sister had bird seed, and just like the whole backyard was full of birds. I think because there's not much for them to eat once it freezes, right? Like a lot of the bugs die. There's not a lot of like seed in general because of the time of year. And so he's carrying it away. And so I think I'm gonna go actually right now while I'm thinking about it to go get some bird seed and maybe something for the squirrel, because under this tree the last like week or so, I've noticed a cardinal, a boy cardinal, and his lady. They've been hanging out in our backyard, and so I want to make sure that they have something to eat while all this is happening, and I need to go get bedding for the chickens anyway. So I'll do both of those things, birdseed bedding, and you can come with me. I almost was gonna leave just like this in my house slippers, but then I was like, you know, I think it's actually quite cold out there now. Let's not do that. These docks, by the way, I bought them on Poshmark, and I couldn't find them in a size. Well, I don't think Doc Martens actually, I don't think they make 10.5s. So I sized up to an 11, and they're so easy to put on, and they never bother me when I'm walking. They're so comfortable. I just highly recommend, because they're also like these platforms. So I feel like I'm unstoppable with these things on. Oh, also, there's clothes everywhere because I don't have a drying rack here yet. So just clothes all around. Y'all, it is cold. Let's see what my car says it is. 32! It's 32! We started at 56 a few hours ago. Okay, can I just say how much I love small businesses? Like, I know, okay. Let me tell you where my love for small business started. Now that it's like, sure, it's worth telling you the story. When I was in college, I interned and then eventually just was an employee of the Office of Sustainability at Texas A&M. I loved that job. If I could be paid a living wage to do that job, like people always ask me what my dream job is. My dream job is to be a professor. But my other thing that I would love to do is to work for a university. I guess I just want to be in a university. Work for a university in their sustainability department. Anyway, I tell you that to say, I worked for them for a few years, and they really drilled into us that sustainability is about more than the environment. It's about people. Well, the way they said it's about economic equity, social, and then obviously environmental. And so one of the things that they really like had us focus on is how important small businesses are to like a sustainable future. And I wholeheartedly believe that. And so much more than I care about like the shipping emissions and like the environmental aspect of supporting local businesses, I love the aspect of it that is supporting a brand that like you're helping a family, you're helping support like employees and people who live here, not like giant corporations who extract from the planet and like pay their workers shitty wages and treat them awfully. Like that's just so important to me, and something about a small business like being able to support them makes me so happy. In this place, 5 minutes from my house, and I haven't been there before. I haven't had to buy them bedding since we've lived here, so that was my first trip, and everyone in there was so nice. The person who worked there was really nice and asked me if I needed any help, and like they helped me find the stuff that I needed, and then I checked out, and they're doing like a food drive for the animals right now who are obviously like hard during this type of freeze for animals in shelters, because a lot of them live outside. So they're doing like a match a bag program. Like if you buy a bag of dog food, they'll also give another one. Amazing. And then it was there was a full list of like the local shelters that they were supporting. So I like that it wasn't just like, hey, donate and we'll do something with it, like you get at a lot of like bigger stores. And then when I was leaving, there was like this little old woman like walking in the door, and I was trying to hold the door open for her, but I have the bags of like birdseed and bedding in my hand, and one of the employees who was working really close by like ran over to grab the door and help both of us, and like it makes my heart happy. I love small businesses, small local businesses. It makes my heart happy. Anyway, okay, we're gonna go home, get this stuff set up, and then I guess tonight Madison wants to burn the there's like a fire pit that the previous owners left behind. My hair looks wild, you guys. There's a fire pit that the previous owners left behind, and they just left like a ton of branches in it, and we've been meaning to burn that for so long. So she wants to do that tonight, and since the chickens aren't gonna be in the backyard because they're in the garage, then it won't disturb their sleep and like smoke and all that stuff. So I think we're gonna try that, and I bet you, well, we still have chili left over, so maybe she'll try to eat that. I was gonna say I'll bet you she tries to talk me into ramen again. Okay, I'll see you when I get home. Let's fill this other little thing with the bedding that I got. It's aspen bedding. I don't know if I definitely have told you guys before, but I have been using hemp bedding for them because hemp is an incredibly sustainable material, and also often grown in the US. Like hemp was a huge thing in the US before it was demonized by colonizers, but like I said, I used the rest of it for the other one, so I just had to buy whatever they had, and then I'll order some more hemp stuff I guess after we get back from the holidays. The wind outside, by the way, is insane. I just heard it, and it reminded me that when I pulled up, there was like a plastic it looks like a water bottle case on our front porch, which obviously is not ours. I think just because the wind has been blowing so much that it blew onto our porch, and since I just remembered that, let me go grab it before it keeps blowing around. Uh-oh, it must have blown away and kept going along. Oh, where'd it go? It went far from me being in the house for like 2 minutes. Oh, there it is. The house next to us is under construction. Like they're totally redoing it. And I think this might have just blown out of their big dumpster, but definitely don't want this blowing around anymore. I'm just realizing that when I vlog by myself with no solid objective, my ADHD comes out a lot more. We are all over the place, are we not? Okay, crisis averted. Back to setting up the other chicken bin. I just went to check on the girls again, and they came out of their, oh, I'm covered in animal shavings, love that. They decided to come out of their thing, so I actually decided to move their thing over here, because as soon as they came out, I came out here to check on them, and there was a big chicken poop right here. So I figure if I can keep them in this vicinity where they can go from here to there, we'll have a better chance of them pooping on the actual places where they are okay to poop. Yes, Diggy, I'm talking about you. Pooping everywhere all the time. Yuck.
I just got off of work and the winter storm / whatever is blowing in prep continues. What Shelby has asked me to do is to go around and open the cabinets under all of the sinks. So just pop in and open all of those up. That way hopefully these pipes and stuff that we have under the sink can stay warm and don't break on us. Texas houses are not at all built for very cold temps, believe it or not, which is sarcasm. We're built for really warm temperatures, so we don't have to really think about things like this too often. And when it does get below freezing, it's really important for us to go around and make sure these little things are done, because these little things can make a big difference when it comes to things like pipes bursting, which if your pipes burst, you have to turn all the water to your house off completely, and that ends up not being a good time. One thing that we do have on our side is that the temperatures are going to get into freezing, but during the day they're actually going to go up and get out of freezing.
Not tomorrow.
Shelby has informed me that the high is under freezing tomorrow, so we actually won't have that on our side, but you know, we're just gonna hope. That's all you can do, right? We're gonna make sure we have some wood to build a fire if we need to have a fire for warmth if the power does go out, and just snuggle up with one another.
The sun has come out more today than it has the rest of the week, even though today is the coldest day. I closed the curtains because it helps obviously keep the heat in. Really quickly, since the sun decided to come out, look at that! Oh my goodness. Right before it gets dark, I want to go out there and see what the hell that squirrel was eating, because whatever it was, he picked it up, or they picked it up I should say, and it was too big for them, so they tore it in half, and half of it is still in the yard. So I want to go see what the hell it is before the sun goes down. Also, it is cold out here, dude. This is a cold that oh man, I haven't really felt since I was in Colorado in the winter. Okay, let's see what it is. Oh, it looks like bread. Did it blow into our yard, y'all? Because there's shit blowing all around our yard. That is bread, and I have no idea where it's from. Oh my god. See, that's somebody's plastic something, strawberry thing blowing around because of, you see the wind? Well, there's no leaves, so it's kind of hard to see it, but it's windy and things are just blowing around. Okay, back inside. It's so cold. We go check on the girls. Ah! Babe, it is so fucking cold out there. Oh, she's eating. No, that is the type of cold I am not a fan of. It could be fun, but really, I'm too scared of what could happen because of all of this to be excited about how cold it is. If I didn't have to worry about that, I probably could put on the proper gear and enjoy it. What are you doing? Nothing much, Mom. Okay, let's go check on your sisters. They're in the other little coop thing. They don't seem as relaxed in this one. They're not laying down now. Make sure I don't step in any chicken poo. I have this little space heater going, and they've pooped several times on this when I had them out. Hi! You guys don't like this one as much or what? What's up? You getting some heat over there? Yeah? Yes. I made a deal with Madison that if I turn on the space heater, that I will just leave it on while I'm right in there, because my office is right on the other side of the garage door, and then at night I'll turn it off. But I want to try to keep it warmer in here, because first of all, that side of the garage door kind of has a gap. Maybe I'll stick some stuff in that and that will help. But it really doesn't stay that much warmer in a garage than it is outside, just naturally. So I wanted to turn this on because it feels decent in here right now, especially compared to out there. But it's supposed to get down to 15, and if it gets that cold in here, I mean, they don't have the wind chill, but it's still scary, right? So anyway, I'm gonna leave them in there. They're fine in there. They probably would prefer to have more room to roam around, but for now, the girlies will stay in there. Yes, I know, Diggy, you're a spoiled little chicken. Go to sleep. It's time to... Oh, you don't know what time it is because you can't see the sun, huh? Okay, it's okay. Just go to sleep. Go night-night, okay? Okay. Well, why crying? What are we crying about? Oh, and then you're going to stop because I'm recording you? Okay, I'll get you again. I trust. Oh, there you go. You want to see outside? Is that why you're crying? Is that why you're crying by the back door? You want to see what it feels like out there? It's not good, Tip. It's not good. Look at him, babe.
Oh, you're gonna be sorry.
Okay, you ready? Don't take him out there. Oh, no. Okay, you want to go in? Maybe he doesn't like the wind. Maybe he doesn't like all of it. He's like, fuck this. Oh, get me in there too, Jesus. He said, I'm going upstairs and fuck that.
We let Tiffy out there so that he could have a little taste of what it felt like outside, and he did not like it, so he tried to run back inside. But I was sitting here doing the dishes just now, and we have that like hanging egg chair, swinging chair thing outside on the porch, and I heard it like knocking into the house and like knocking on the windows. So I was like, it's pretty windy out there. We should probably move that chair. So we moved it over just a little bit so that it's not like swinging and knocking upside the house.
I don't know why last time it didn't feel so cold to me. Maybe I just don't remember. I think that stuff wears off.
I remember it was very cold. All we have left for the rest of the night is literally just to survive. Hopefully the utilities all stay on and nothing bursts. But we're just gonna go chill now that we've got everything situated. And till next time, catch you later, Maddlebees.